Hello, friends. So I'm back here at the disc golf course. It's me, by the way, Bill Savely. Savage's Disc Golf. I've been playing a lot lately, and I've been playing different courses lately, and let me tell you, they are eating me up. I played a course near my house called Summit. All trees, narrow fairways. The damn course description says definitely not for beginners. I played anyways, and I shot 19 over. 19 over par. Are you kidding me? So the next day I played out in Lombard at the Parked for Parks at the Lombard Commons. And I didn't do very well out there either. I think I finished 9 over par. It was just ridiculous. So things that I noticed is I don't necessarily have a consistent release point, release angle. My releases off of the tee, my releases in the field are all inconsistent. So I'm trying to work on that. Also, I'm still trying to find a disc really that works consistently for me. I've been having a lot of luck with this disc here, the Saint, a 9.7 -1, 2, so a little overstable, but not too overstable. But I really like how this reacts. I like how this flies out of the hand. And then, of course, I picked up that Fission Hex. That disc is amazing. And the Judge is always going to be money. So I'm always going to bag the Judge. So I'm out here at my local course here in Berwyn, Shadow Creek. And I'm going to give it a run here today. Maybe just play 9. I don't have a lot of time today. Time is very precious. So let's get going. Pretty windy day today. So we're going with this factory second. This is a Wraith. So this is an 11.5 -1 3. So I'm really gonna see how we're doing with this. But I cut my finger at work today, so real sensitive. I don't know, maybe I'll play better. That's a nice shot, and I will take it. Summit. So Summit was a course that everyone's like, hey, have you played Summit yet? Have you played Summit yet? And there'd always be a little like, and now I know why. I think the Marquis de Sade designed that course. All narrow fairways, filled with trees. Absolute insanity. But I played it. And the thing that I learned about Summit is you really have to know more than just one shot. You've got to be able to comfortably play a bunch of different shots. So coming in from the right to the left, going in from the left to the right, you have to learn how to throw forehand as well as backhand. You got to have some decent approach shots, and your putting has got to be on. Speaking of putting, this one's going to be a long one. This Wraith went pretty far. Really excited about that disc. And like I say, it's a factory second, so I got a huge discount on it. Just got to get this close. So what I want to do is I want to come from the right and over. I'm so focused on just throwing a narrow, straight shot, but that's not how this works. So I have to be in the mindset that I'm throwing it out to the right to have it come back to the left. And I'm probably totally in the camera's way. And the wind is really picking up. No, nothing. All set. Now, I've been practicing putting in the backyard. This one's going right in because I'm an excellent putter. Slow on the driveway. And another cool thing about playing Summit is I played with one of the guys that plays here in Berwyn every Thursday night, Terry. Dude is a wealth of information, and he's really, really good. He's patient. And then I played with a guy that's been playing, he said, for maybe 2.5 years, Josh. The dude was playing lights out there for a while. I think he finished pretty well in that. It's a tough course. Hole number 2. Take a look. Hole number 2 is 209 feet. And what I normally do is I throw a mid-range. But it's windy, and a lot of the times I'm just not getting the distance that I want. So I'm going to throw the Valkyrie, Chelsea's favorite disc. It's a 9-speed, pretty stable. I'm going to throw this out to the left and hopefully have it crash real close to the pin / basket down yonder. Did you see that? Did you see that? Okay, that was actually a much better shot than I thought it was going to be, man. That thing just kind of kept cutting into the wind, and I thought, man, when are you going to fade? When are you going to fade? And the disc was like, now. And then it just cut and dumped and dropped. Pretty much not exactly where I would really want it to be, but I am right on the edge of circle 1, or at least where the stones are. So this should be another birdie putt for me that's relatively easy because I've been practicing. And these are the putts that I need to make so that I can turn in a good score. I'm gonna get this one on camera. Hold please. Almost missed it. And then I ask myself, as I start out with 2 birdies in a row, I ask myself, who is this guy? Who is this guy that the first 2 holes he birdies? So I'm 2 under par. Well, here comes hole number 3. And this one usually gives me troubles, but not today. And since we did so good with the Valkyrie on hole number 2, and the fact that I'm getting more comfortable with this disc, I'm gonna go with this because it gives me confidence. I feel that I can really make something happen with this disc, and a lot of times that's all it takes. I'm going to keep this shot low, and it's going to go far, and I'm going to set myself up for another birdie chance. Not bad. Not the best, but not bad. So, I say so all of the time. Pretty pleased with that shot. Normally what I do is I try to throw it too hard, and then my release point, my angle, all of it is just not good. And on this hole, you have to keep that disc low because there are a number of low hanging branches here. I'm talking 7 feet off the ground. So you really have to keep your shot low. And that's exactly what I did here. I'm not as close as I hoped I would be. So realistically, what I have to do here, because there's out of bounds behind that basket, I just have to have a solid approach shot that gets me close so I can save par. Drive came to here, which is nice, but this tree is in front of me again. So I have 2 options. I could throw a forehand this way and have it curve around, but I'm not as comfortable with that shot. So I'm going to come around the left. And hopefully just have it scoot in close to where that basket is. Like that. And I seem to do much better here during the daytime when I can see all of the branches. And I'm not putting so much pressure on myself to score because I want to do really well in the league. And I want to finish, high up in the scoring with the rest of the guys. But I just have to let that go. I just have to let the day flow. Let the round flow. Pardon that hole. A save, if you will. So I think what I'm going to do this Thursday is I'm going to try to play mistake-free disc golf. I'm not necessarily going to make crazy birdie runs, but I'm going to make sure that I don't put myself in any danger. And if I just try to get par on everything else and really get those easy birdies if they present themselves, well, then I will score well. Hole number 4, 185 feet. This is Tree Palooza. You want to go through the trees far enough, but again, you got to keep it low because there are trees all the way through there. You just have a little box to throw that in. Normally I throw the detour, but I've been having more success with the hex lately, so I'm going to throw the hex. Not where I wanted it to go, but silver lining, I didn't hit any trees. I don't have to play catch up, if you know what I mean. Or I don't have to play from a standpoint of, I really got to make up for that mistake. I cleared the trees. I'm over a little too far to the left than I would like to be, but I know it's that release. It's that release point. I'm just not hitting it. Now these are the putts that I've been working on in my backyard because I want to get better. I want to make this my comfort zone to where when I'm presented with a putt at this distance, I'm confident that I'm going to make it. So visualize it going in. Visualize it going in. Aim at a particular link on a chain there. And give yourself a chance. Hole number 5, one of my favorite holes. I love the way to shot shape this hole. But last time I played this hole, I had grip lock. I couldn't let go of the disc fast enough, so it went too far to the right, hit a tree, and that tree just slapped my disc, a Thunderbird, right into the pond. And I don't have a disc retriever. I still don't have a disc retriever. And that disc was, shallow enough where you could see it. I came back the next day with what I thought would be enough to get that disc out, and I didn't even see it. So I think someone nabbed that disc because it was so visible. Anyways, my name and number are on there. Nobody's called or texted. So, whatever. Let's get this hole today. 230 feet. You want to go around. You want to go far enough so that when it does make that turn, you're turning into where the basket is. Cut on my finger is really starting to bother me. So I'm going to go with 3 fingers. That's exactly what I did last time. Terrible, terrible. I held on to it too long. First shot, not the best. I have really been able to play this hole very well. But now that water and the trees are in my brain. And I just kind of held on to this disc too long. That's all right. Thursday night, be a different story. This is just practice. And I'm going to salvage the par here. Don't you worry. Not a bad shot here. Not the best. It's a lot easier in the daytime because you can see through the trees and you know where everything is. So I just wanted to do a nice little approach shot that just dumps in right next to the basket. Save myself a par. A little too far, but I can make it work. That's par. And you got to be okay with the pars. Hole number 6, hit or miss. Hit or miss lately. This used to be one of my favorite holes. And now I've gotten into my head about it. So today, I'm claiming this hole back. Going with the hex. Normally I throw the detour. I've also thrown the putter here. But a nice easy hex should shape pretty well. Careful. And just like that, I'm out of bounds. The wind totally took that disc, and now I'm out of bounds. But this is good for this video, because there are two ways that you can handle this adversity. You could scream and kick and swear and think to yourself, of course, I was having a really good round there, and now this, which is understandable. But then you can also think to yourself, maybe, just maybe I got lucky and I didn't go out of bounds, which is exactly what happened. Look at that. Cart path is out of bounds. That's where my disc is. That's where the basket is. Hello, birdie, my old friend. Oh, the wind. Don't pay it any mind. Spin this thing right into the basket. Like that. That's another birdie. And just like that, we are 3 under par. Love it, love it, love it. This is slowly becoming one of my favorite holes here. Hole number 7. What's that Culture Club song? Karma, 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 karma chameleon. You make fun of that dude. You throw a turd. That's all right. This isn't too bad. I've been over this far before. I'm just going to have a nice approach shot that's going to put me in position to par this hole. Because now, birdie is out of the question. And the wind has blown this tripod over like 4 times. But here we are. Just got to get it close. I have limited range here because of this tree thing. So I got to do a standstill approach. Not the best, not the worst. That's going to be a challenging putt for par. And this is a hole, this is the type of hole where, as a beginner, if you don't hit at least your tee shot the right way or that second shot the right way, you've really left yourself in a bit of a quandary here, which is where I find myself. But I think I can make this. Let's check it out. That wind, terrified of the wind. Oh, there's a bogey. Not gonna lie, that's the kind of thing that really bothers me. That hole, I mean, that's a putt that, well, let's just say I'm currently struggling with to make more consistently, but that's what the practice is for. Hole 8, 287 feet. We don't ever play this hole, but I play it because it's part of the 9-hole course. So here we go. Hilarious. One little tiny branch changes your whole world. One branch. One branch. That disc was beautifully thrown. Beautiful line. Right at about the right height that I wanted. But it's that tree branch. Normally I throw a bigger hyzer. I throw it up higher to come down the right way, but it just didn't come out of my hand right. So let me show you where the shot is. There's the disc right there, and it hit this branch, one of these branches. So you could tell that I'm still pretty far from the basket. But this is where you make up. These are the shots I need to start getting better at. These approach shots. So, since I'm the most comfortable with the judge, that's what I'm going to throw. And I'm going to get it close so I can tap in for par. That's not close. I got timid. So I'm here in 2. This is the safe par. This is money. Money shot. I made a bunch of these putts on Sunday. Oh, baby! I saved par. On to hole 9 and then we're done. Hole number 9. I'm going to try something different on this hole. Normally I throw an 11-speed driver or a 10-speed driver. But I'm going to throw that Valkyrie off of this hole. 235 feet. Par 3. Let's go. All right, hole number 9. Boy, it is mud city out here today. Come on, Chelsea, let's go. Valkyrie. We're going to throw it out by that big tree, have it come right back over, and give us a nice birdie. Huh? How about that? Nice little lesson there for me is I didn't try to kill it. Normally I'm trying to really overpower it here on the 9th hole because I always think that the distance is farther than it really is. So normally I throw an 11 speed, I throw that wave, the glow wave, which is an 11.5 minus 2.2. Well, the Valkyrie is 9.5 minus 2.2. So 2 speeds lower, and I'm legit right on the edge of the circle here. So, what do you say? Let's try to get this birdie. I will take this drive every day of the week. That's a birdie. Nice. Okay, so I didn't even shoot like a post recap video at the end of that golf session I had today. And for some reason, I didn't even get to record that tee shot off of hole number 7. But what I did is I went way left over by where the 9 tee pad is. Sometimes when I throw that forehand disc, it doesn't go up on the right angle to then come back. It just goes out and then continues in that direction. So that's been happening a lot more frequently. So I think I'm going to have to do some more field work with that forehand. But overall, not a bad round. 1 bogey, couple of birdies, and a bunch of pars. So I think I'm pretty happy with that round. And I learned a lot. And I'm going to give myself a rest tomorrow. Maybe I'll play Wednesday, and then Thursday is the actual league. So I hope these videos are good. I hope you're enjoying these. Thank you for watching them, and I will see you next time.